My sick brother is now asking for forgiveness after cheating with my fiance.
This is so complicated.
My brother, 47 male, has always been my role model.
No.
He was the valedictorian of his graduating class in high school and simultaneously the captain of the football team.
And got all the chicks.
Dang. And he still does. I, 44 male, practically worship the ground he walked on. He taught me everything I needed to know about women.
Not
Let me tell you
everything.
something you need to know about women. I'm going to take them. All of them from you. Work and just life in general. By the way, this comes from Throw8999. And just for update 2. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice, goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, 13 years ago, I was engaged to be married to a girl, 42 female, whom I thought at the time was the woman of my dreams.
Did we get a name for her?
Cinderella. Do Cindy for
Cindy.
short. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Cindy.
Cindy, whom I thought was the woman of my dreams. My brother was the obvious choice for best man at our wedding. One day, 3 weeks before the wedding, I arrived early at the venue where we did our rehearsals. To my surprise, when I drove into the parking area, I found both my brother's and fiance's cars already parked next to each other.
Oh, what?
That means they're automatically cheating.
Yeah, the cars were parked next. They couldn't even hide it.
Scandalous.
They couldn't even park down the street.
Time out. Stop assuming things. They're probably planning a surprise.
Yeah, a surprise.
Might be his birthday soon.
A surprise wedding. You're no longer getting married to her.
A surprise birthday?
I proceeded to park right next to my brother's car, which is when I caught him doing probably the worst thing a brother could ever do to his sibling. Having spicy sleep
Hold
with my
on.
fiance.
In
In
the
the
parking
car?
In the parking lot of the
Actually-
venue?
I think it's the second worst thing. The first worst thing you could do is be having spicy sleep with you.
That is pretty bad. But the second worst thing is having spicy sleep with your fiance in the car
Of the venue.
of the parking lot of the venue
In broad
you're
daylight.
getting married
In
to
broad daylight, by the
in
way.
broad daylight.
She likes the thrill.
I don't know.
Also,
That's crazy.
just to be clear, OP arrived early at the venue where we did rehearsals. This was right before the rehearsal.
This is
This is right before the
I
rehearsals.
mean, hey.
People are about to show up, and they thought that they could get away with
They wanted-
spicy
they
sleep
wanted
right
thrill.
before that.
they wanted a quickie.
And then, dude, and canceling a wedding is much cheaper than a divorce, everyone.
I guess they just weren't fast enough.
Needless to say, I was mortified. Long story short, the wedding was called off, and I completely severed ties with them both since then. How could he do this to me?
Yeah.
I loved him and trusted him completely, and he betrayed me in the worst possible way. He ruined our family too because I got a restraining order against him.
Oh my gosh. Just for that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I mean, that's pretty traumatic, dude.
It's traumatic, but I'm wondering maybe if he tried to reach out a
try to talk-
bunch.
Or
I can see-
gaslight
Yeah.
you. Can you imagine? He's like, that wasn't me.
What are you talking about?
That wasn't your wife or your
That
fiance.
wasn't your wife. That was a woman who looks like your wife. And we have never seen or even spoken to each other since. Our parents know never to have us both at their house at the same time because I told them I would probably unalive him or he would unalive me if we ever saw each other again.
Fair.
That's rough for your parents. I am now married to a beautiful woman and have 2 lovely kids.
All right. You moved on. Thank
Yeah.
goodness.
We're good. We're good now. Recently, my brother was diagnosed with a terminal disease and has been lobbying different members of our family to get me to speak with him, which I've been refusing to do. Yesterday, the doorbell rang in the morning, and I found none other than my terminally ill brother at the door. It was completely surreal. He got down on his knees, crying, and begged for my forgiveness. I told him I would think about it and tell him my answer within a week.
Okay.
I think OP's answer might be no. What do you think? Do you think it's a no or a yes? What would you do?
If this happened to me,
Yeah.
I would forgive him. I would forgive
Because you've
him.
moved on to a different
Because I've moved
person.
on. You have nothing. Like, I don't have anything that I'm holding against you, but I will not be around you. I
No,
do not
yeah.
trust you.
I think
would
it's
make
like-
that boundary.
I
but
think that's a great boundary. Saying
Yeah.
like, you know what? Sure, we can move past that. I'm not going to make it, any effort into being your
Yep, yep.
friend.
I'm a big believer in forgiving.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been through very traumatic things, but I still feel like, what happens to you sucks, but it's your responsibility to go through it. And it's like,
Yeah, and release
horrible.
it.
and the way that you have to do it, and if your way of getting past this with your brother is forgiving, do it.
It's just working through that, and like hopefully you went to therapy and all that.
Yeah.
Even though most of my anger has subsided, I just don't know if I have it in me to let this go. Should I forgive him? Relevant comments. Panic Bread says, yes, I think you should forgive him. You should forgive him for him, and you should forgive him for you. If you don't forgive him and he passes away, you might feel a lot of regret when you're older. Forgiveness is as much for the person doing the forgiving as it is for the person being forgiven. If you think that you don't have it in you, you need to do some soul searching about that. What he did to you was really, really terrible, but life moves on and people grow and change. What happened with him led you to the happy life you have now. How is carrying this pain and hate in your heart helping you?
Yeah.
Yeah, great point. And OP responds, one part of me wants to forgive him so he can pass away in peace and so that our entire family can heal again. But in all honesty, another part of me just wants to see him suffer for what he did. When I saw him crying, looking desperate the way he did, it really got to me. He told me it's the single greatest mistake he's ever made, and he's regretted it since. I want to believe him, but it's just incredibly difficult.
I could hint that there might be BS behind it too.
Mm-hmm.
If he's coming to you in that way.
Yeah.
Because some people, I'm not saying everyone, but some people use crying as a manipulation tactic.
Mm-hmm.
Given this guy's scenario, I doubt that's what it is. But also understanding this guy's charisma.
Yeah, this is a person who, has managed to
Have a lot of people like him.
Yeah.
Women, including your ex-fiance.
I don't think that he necessarily is doing this as a way to, swindle OP. I think this is the words of a man who probably does have a lot of regrets in his life and is about to pass away. Again, that doesn't mean that OP owes him anything. It just makes it a lot harder because this person betrayed you.
Yeah.
Chic Brit says, just remember that forgiving someone isn't saying what you did is okay. It's saying, I no longer hold it against you. You have a new family and are happy by the sound of it. I think forgiving him before he passes would give both of you some closure and lift a long-term burden from yourself as well as him. Please consider this deeply. What he did was truly terrible, and I would never tell you otherwise, but as the post above says, forgiveness is as much for you as it is for him. If you can find it in your heart to let go of this hurt, I promise you will feel this benefit. After all, he is passing away and will soon be gone. It's you who will continue to carry it with you after his passing, and you deserve more than that. Yeah, I wouldn't want you to have to live the rest of your life thinking about that moment, thinking about that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I think that gives him more power, Yeah. And what he did more power. And I think forgiving him allows you to just be like, you know what? We've had that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I've done what I can. He's gone. And I've let that release it.
This problem's in the ground with him.
Yeah.
Someone asked, would he be apologizing if he wasn't sick, though?
I'm sure he wouldn't be. Or, most likely would not be. I think that when you get this sick and when you are, when you have that looming thing over you, I think it does absolutely change how you view the world and how you view past mistakes.
Because you realize
you don't have a lot of time.
I heard a quote recently. I think this was from Donald Glover, but he said, "You only live once, and it's whenever you realize you only have one life to live."
Yeah,
something like that. I don't know. It was good. It was a good quote.
Like
Someone help me out here. But he's realizing this actually means something to me, my life.
Piss007 says he doesn't get a free pass just because he's now passing away. If it was such a big regret, why didn't he apologize sooner?
I was about to ask. You've had a decade.
I think either, there was a restraining order.
Was a restraining order. A lot of family. He was trying to talk to a lot of family. Okay. Yeah.
But I still think that he probably, didn't have that at least immediacy or that feeling of immediacy until he found out this information about his terminal illness. And I think that is wrong, but I think it happens to a lot of people when they, discover something like that.
Mm-hmm.
OP said, he sent a letter every year on my birthday for the past 13 years, telling me how sorry he is. Wow. The restraining order made it impossible for him to get to me. Ultimate Realist says, what's his situation like aside from the illness? Did he marry your former fiance or anyone else? Does he have children? OP says he never really settled down with anyone. He's a good-looking guy, always been the playboy type who could get any woman he wants. I haven't kept tabs on the fiance. For all I know, she could be in China or even passed away. I have no clue. Witty This Way Comes says, how did you get a restraining order? Did you leave something out? They don't just hand those things out like dinner menus. OP says, yes, shortly after it happened, our parents tried to sit us down to sort things out. It ended up getting extremely physical. This is when I told my parents that getting us together in the same room would result in us unaliving the other, and they should never do it again.
Oh my gosh.
After this incident, I obtained a permanent restraining order, PRO. It's renewable every 5 years, and there is an update 11 days later.
Oh man.
What do you think?
I was curious of whenever they met that one time, if OP was married yet again.
I think that's a good question.
Because having a wife
Um,
and kids help you move on a
Yeah.
little bit more, because that's kind of in the past.
my opinion stays the same. I think your brother hurt you deeply. And if you really don't think that you can forgive him, that's completely your decision. But this is your only chance.
Yeah.
And do you want that whole, do you want that kind of terrible thing that happened to you to have power over you for the rest of your life in some way?
A little voice in my head is saying,
Yeah.
this guy's lying though.
For what, though? Lying about being terminally ill?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And that question I've asked, if he was lying, what would he want out of it? I don't.
Money?
I
To
don't know.
steal OP's wife again?
Can't
2
do
for
that
2?
again. Yeah, because I'm not really seeing a reason to lie, so I don't.
Yeah, I think he's
I don't think
probably
he is
telling the
lying
truth. And also all the family and friends I've heard about. And also I think OP saw him and he looked pretty bad. So over the course of the week, my brother's health took a rapid downward spiral, and I
Oh,
began
no.
to realize that, as many of you advised, my time to sort this thing out was fast running out. I eventually decided to visit him on Thursday at my parents' house, where he's in hospice,
Oh my gosh.
to have a one-on-one. I told him I forgive him for everything that's ever happened between us, and that I wish things had gone differently. It was extremely emotional as we both wept and hugged. I love that. And I'm always emotional when you listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There
Okay.
is a little bit left.
He was not lying.
But yeah, no, yeah, it's not lying. I think that's really lovely.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you, OP, because that it was not an easy thing to do, nor something that you owed him.
Yeah.
I think that it seems like it was helpful for you, which I think was always our advice on why to do it.
Oh, a healing moment.
Yeah.
Yay.
Win-win. At the time, he was still very cognizant and able to articulate that he knows he doesn't deserve my forgiveness, but he's thankful for it. I've been staying with my parents since then to help feed him, bathe him, and talk with him when he's not too tired.
Oh, so he got your brother back too.
Oh. The fact that I'm now in a position to help him when he's the way he is now has given us both a lot of closure. I don't feel any bitterness at all towards him, just love.
Oh.
In all honesty, I only wish I'd had it in me to let go of this sooner, which is,
Oh.
I mean, so many people regret those things, but
Mhm.
just be thankful that you had the courage
Yeah.
to do it now, because you're never going to get your brother back.
You stole the words out of my
Yeah.
mouth.
Comments. Comment 1 says, I think he would receive very different advice if he had made the same post now. Reply says, I feel like a ton of the people pushing forgive the person for yourself and not for them don't understand the difference between forgiveness and moving the F on in your life so that the person who harmed you is no longer taking up space in your head or heart. Yes, but I don't think this commenter quite understands that sometimes in not forgiving someone, you are allowing them to take up space in your head and heart.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? Which is what was happening here.
Yeah.
Like, he was still holding on to that grief
Mm-hmm.
and anger.
Mm-hmm.
And in forgiving his brother, he was able to let it go.
And it seems like the family
Yeah.
as a whole is
Is able
closer
to
now.
unite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comment 2 says, literally what place did brother think he had in attacking OP after he effed OP's fiance? I completely agree with you. Even if I could move on from the cheating, I'm not moving on from being attacked by my homewrecker brother for what exactly? Catching them in the act? Being upset at them? Leaving fiance in the dust? Boo-hoo! So he regretted it later. I'd be stuck asking myself if he was just pivoting because he couldn't beat me into submission or because he actually realized he was a monstrous POS. I don't like these comments, honestly. I think these comments are like very bitter people who
Oh, yeah.
who are maybe putting their own experiences on the story,
Reddit people.
because we just found out from OP that he appreciated the time that he gets with his brother. And it's like, wow, I was able to forgive him. And,
Yeah.
that horrible thing happened. And it's not right what he did. But we're realizing in this moment where he's incredibly sick that this is all the time that we have left. And
Forget-
I think for
yeah.
all those commenters to ignore that is crazy.
Forgiveness is a hard.
It is a hard path.
It's not for many, and it takes a lot of self-sacrificing and
Mm-hmm.
selfishness to make it happen.
But that
Guys,
is the
enough
end of that
about brothers.
story.
Let's get on
Dang.
to another story, shall we? My parents gave my sister the same amount of money I saved for 2 years.
What the heck, Mom and Dad?
I don't even know how to process this, so I'm just going to type it out. I'm 28 female, and my sister, Elsa, 22 female. We're in Stockholm, and our parents are Gunnar and Birgit. I always thought they were pretty fair with us growing up. Maybe I was wrong. Depending on how much money you've saved up for 2 years will be the deciding factor.
That's true.
If it's like $2,000,
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, yeah, they can just give that out.
20 grand.
And they're giving it 20 grand out? Too much.
By the way, this comes from 22.
Oh.
And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit. I'm Riley.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily.
Yeah.
And we don't have all the answers. But if you have anything you want to say, put it down below.
Please.
As OP says, for the past 2 years, I've been saving for a trip to Japan.
What?
Who is it? Everyone's going to
What?
Japan.
Everyone and their mother is going to Japan.
I've talked to so many people who want
Literally,
to go to
I'm
Japan.
trying to convince Sam to take us to Japan for our next work trip.
They want to go to Japan for their 30th birthday, and I'm like,
That's what I'm.
That's
that's
you!
That's me.
You
That's
are
literally
That was-
you.
so
I'm the only person with
basic,
that idea.
Keon.
Everyone before they turn 30 is getting diagnosed with neurodivergence,
Yeah.
wanting to do something to themselves,
What does
and
that
going to
mean?
Japan or getting their master's done, getting their graduate. That's
Yeah,
literally all the
graduate-
20
I don't know what
year
the
olds.
second one meant, but the graduate degree, I would agree.
What are you gonna do when you turn 30, Riley?
Get married, have kids. I don't know. Start a family.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's true. That was the other.
I think the four paths are trip to Japan, their masters, being like a athlete or like track star or whatever. Like they love running 5Ks or 10Ks.
Oh,
Marathons,
Yeah,
marathon people.
marathon runner.
Marathon runners or like
Yeah.
CrossFit, which is really gross.
Oh, yeah.
Stop. I love CrossFit.
Or getting married and tied down and like settling down with the
Tied
kid.
down.
tied down?
Who are you tying
I'm
down,
gonna be
Keon?
floating. Okay, anyways, OP's going to Japan like everyone and their mother is going. It's been my dream since I was a teenager.
Me too.
I am a children's book illustrator, so
Cool.
I don't have amazing money, but I've been budgeting hard. Dude, good marketing can absolutely change your life.
Yeah, you can get a pretty popular children's book out there.
Put that plug in the Reddit.
Hmm.
Yeah, skipping coffees, not buying new clothes, and meal prepping every week. I've saved almost 4,500 SEK, which is $4,300.
Swedish krona.
Okay, that is a pretty good chunk of money.
Mm-hmm.
I was proud of myself. I'm finally booking the trip for April.
Yeah.
Everyone's going in April.
Everyone's going
It's
in
the
April.
It's the best time
Yeah,
to go.
don't go in
Japanese cherry
August.
blossom.
It's too
It's
hot. in
not hot.
August.
Yeah, it's not hot. It's like the perfect temperature, and
Yeah.
it's cheap.
And it's cheap.
Yesterday, my parents announced in our family group chat that they're giving Elsa 4,500 Swedish kroner as a graduation gift for finishing her certificate program.
Okay.
A 6-month certificate program in awesome
Oh.
administration or something. Some freaking BS.
That is pretty crazy.
When I graduated from university with my illustrations degree, 4 years of work, they took me to dinner and gave me a card with 500 SEK in it.
That's wow. Blatant favoritism.
What's up? Oh, apologies.
No, pretty fair of you to be upset. Did they
Yeah.
give the exact same amount of money as what OP had saved?
Yeah, 4,500.
How did they
Swedish
even
kroner.
know? Did you like tell people, "Oh, I've saved this much money, so I'm going to Japan"?
I mean, this seems like it's been a lifestyle that
Yeah.
OP has been accomplishing for
or
a while.
lifelong dream, yeah.
Yeah, so she's probably been like
Yeah.
4,500 SEK.
Yeah. For a minute.
Oh my gosh.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
500?
I would understand if they had different financial situation back then and then that changed, but I still think that they should give OP
Yeah.
a certain amount.
Yeah, my family helps us like in different ways. Like,
Yeah.
for example, my cousin is getting a house. She's revamping my great grandpa's house into something new.
Yeah.
So like our grandparents are helping her out with that. And they're like, whenever you guys need help one day, hit us up and we'll like make that happen.
Sure.
So it's like that's kind of how my family flows. It's not always even all the time, but it's like when people need it.
Yeah.
I called my mom to ask about it, tried to stay calm, and asked, why the difference? She said, not the same situation. that Elsa struggled more with school. She struggled with 6 months with the office on
Yeah.
administrative certificate?
That's crazy for them to be like, well, she struggled really hard on the 6-month degree, and you were fine with your 4-year one, so we actually don't care about you at all because of that.
She said they wanted to celebrate her finally finishing something, that I had always had it easier academically. According to her, I didn't need the same encouragement.
I hate that they're presenting it that way because it's like you did well, so we actually don't reward you, and she's doing poorly, so we're rewarding her for that.
Yeah,
Like
no.
that's so confusing to hear as, for OP, I'm assuming.
Y'all, 500 seconds only $53.
$53? They gave you $53
And I
after
think it was a gift
graduating?
card.
Dang. Messed up.
I didn't have it easier. I worked part-time through my entire degree, took out loans, and handled my own schedule. I just didn't complain about it constantly like Elsa does. So basically, I'm being punished for not being a mess.
Does seem that way.
I told my mom this felt really unfair. She got defensive. She said I was making this all about money and that she thought I'd be happy for my sister. I am happy for her, but I'm also hurt. Those two things can exist at the same time. It's frustrating whenever parents are like, the only feeling you can feel
Yeah.
towards me is gratitude. And
Yeah.
it's like, you're not giving me the right to actually fill out what I need to.
Exactly. You're like limiting my emotions based off
Dude.
what you want to hear because you don't want to hear me like actually tell you the truth.
Yeah. Elsa texted me later saying she heard I was upset about her gift and that she was sorry I felt that way.
Weird.
I never trust anyone that's like, I'm sorry you feel that
I'm
way.
so sorry you feel that way. That must really suck that you're not getting any money from her parents.
She wasn't sorry about the situation. She was sorry I felt that way. I've been crying on and off since yesterday. 2 years of sacrifice and discipline, and they just hand her the same amount like it's nothing. Like my effort means nothing.
Giving her the same amount feels so targeted and on purpose. Like, that wasn't an accident. I
Yeah.
think they wanted to send you some sort of message.
$53, that's pocket change
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
Katie says, yeah. My dad hasn't said anything. He never does when mom makes decisions. I don't even know if he agrees or if he just doesn't want to fight about it. Am I being petty about money or is this actually unfair? We got some comments here.
No, it's not fair. It's not fair. There's not much
Yeah.
you can do.
Yeah,
Maybe limiting like the relationship that you have with them if they're going to treat you this way.
agreed.
I think you just have to frame this for your own sanity in the way of, I have the money to go to Japan. It really is awful and annoying that my parents just gave that same amount to
Mhm.
my sister for no reason. But you know what? I'm happy that I was able to save up. I was able to use my own hard work to fulfill this dream that I've always had and just kind of frame it that way so that you're not constantly, overanalyzing why your parents did this because there's no good reason.
There legitly is not. Okay, Educators 57 says she struggled more, so she deserves more logic is wild. Like, sorry for being competent? My bad for not collapsing every semester, I guess? Robin Reef says, exactly. It's like all the hard work, sacrifice, and discipline over the years just don't count because you didn't make a big show of struggling. Totally unfair. My Reddit username, 42, says, you aren't wrong for being upset. Elsa is clearly your mother's favorite. Expect the same kind of treatment if you have children. Hers will always get more time, attention, praise, gifts, and financial assistance. Same goes for inheritance. Expect it all to go to Elsa. You can't tell them how to spend their money, but when they're older and they need help, they can look to Elsa for assistance.
Exactly. See what that investment did for them.
Oh my gosh. Also, OP, if you're watching this, literally go on TikTok and promote all your books that you got.
Yeah, smart. You can just start reading them on TikTok or something.
Yeah, and make them fun
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Make a good experience with it. And you're literally like a few marketing videos away from being so many trips to Japan. You
Yeah.
could live in Japan.
You could live in Japan.
That's Sophia's dream.
I don't know if that's necessarily my dream. I need to
What?
see Japan first.
What is your dream?
My dream?
Yeah.
Melbourne.
That would be one of that's like one place I would love to live in, or London.
Moist Goblinette says, I mean, yeah, the favoritism is loud, but the messed up part is OP's mom pretending it's some logical, neutral decision instead of just saying, I wanted to do this for Elsa. Like, at least own it. Gaslighting your kid while giving the other a whole bag is crazy behavior. Munch says, question, was the money amount given to your sister just an arbitrary amount, or did they choose your exact amount for a reason? OP, first off, do not let them take away your victory. You did an awesome thing, and you should be very proud of the savings accomplishment and your degree. If you squint really hard and twist your head just at the right angle, what they said about you being able to achieve where your sister could not is a compliment.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like, you kind of just have to reframe it. It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
These people suck, but they're right. I am incapable. I
Yeah.
am way more capable than my sister. I don't need their help.
I was going to touch on that. You're going to Japan,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
What's she going to do with her life? Rely on your parents?
She's probably going to spend that money
Yeah.
ASAP. We have an update 2 days later.
Ooh.
What do you think?
I think the same thing I thought before.
Yeah.
I think you just have to reframe it and not focus on your parents.
What about predictions? What do you think is going to happen?
Predictions, I think that her parents are going to be like, why would you? Why you're so ungrateful? All of the things we did for you.
Parents love
Yeah.
pulling that card. Why are you
Yeah.
so ungrateful?
They're like, yo,
I
I
birthed
just
you.
want money.
I put you in this world.
Yeah.
I can take you out of it.
Ah.
Have you gotten that one, Keon?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten that one.
I've never got the I can take you out of it.
I've never gotten either one of those sentences. Man, what about you guys? Poll.
You really want to poll on
I
this?
don't
Poll.
know if I have
Poll.
gotten
Have your
either of
parents
the
gaslit
sentences.
you?
Update. I posted a few days ago about my parents giving my sister Elsa 45 Swedish kronor for finishing a 6-month certificate program when all I got was 500 Swedish kronor for completing a 4-year university degree. For all of my USD currency fans, sister was given $4,300. She was given $53.
Mhm.
And I guarantee you the parents are also like, don't compare yourself to your sister.
Yeah, right.
Like, you're indifferent. You're indifferent.
Look at you. You're doing so well on your own. She's struggling. Don't compare yourself. Come on. You should just be happy you got something.
A lot of you told me I wasn't being petty and that the favoritism was real. I needed to hear that. Here's what happened.
Ooh.
I decided to talk to my dad directly. He usually stays out of things like this, but I thought maybe one-on-one he'd be honest with me. I asked him to meet me for coffee yesterday, and I laid it all out. The differences in gifts, the years of feeling like Elsa got more support than I did, and the she struggled more justification that basically punishes me for being responsible. He was quiet for a long time. Then he said something that broke me. Your mother and I always knew you'd be fine. You're the strong one. Elsa needs help. That's just how it is.
It is such a parent logic, I think, or at least these, I see the logic that they think is right. But as a child, to hear that and just, not have them understand that that is blatant favoritism is so frustrating.
Yeah. Like, who doesn't want
Yeah.
45 Swedish kronor? I
No,
don't want
it's-
45 Swedish kronor.
It's neglectful,
4,500.
I think. It's like having like 2 kids and one of them can technically, cook or something or knows how to. But so the mom only ever makes, or like the parent, like the mom or dad only ever makes
Food for
food for
the one that can't?
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I can technically cook a meal, but like, wow, can't we just make food for everyone?
give them support with time
Yeah.
and effort, not just
Yeah.
financial.
Like
That's
that
what it
one
is.
kid only knows how to make like eggs, and that's it.
I'm the strong one, so I guess I get less because they decided when I was a kid that I didn't need them the same way Elsa needs them. I asked him if he realized that being strong meant I just stopped asking for help because I knew I wouldn't get it. I worked 25 hours a week through university while Elsa's part-time job was too stressful, so they covered her expenses. That I've been financially independent since I was 22 while they still paid Elsa's phone bill. He looked uncomfortable and said he never thought about it that way. That's the problem. They never thought about it at all.
Yeah, well, that's the issue. They're also kind of allowing Elsa.
Oh, yeah.
They're not benefiting Elsa by giving her all of these handouts
No.
just because she's having trouble.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
question them and be like, when are you going to stop this then? Are
Yeah.
you just going to keep doing this
Yeah.
until
Is this gonna be your
until
whole
you
life?
guys pass away? And then when you guys pass away, what's she going to do?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Not helping anyone.
I mean, it's helping Elsa in the short run,
Yeah, in the
but
short
in the
run.
long run, it's not doing anything.
Serenity Horse Ranch says it's called enabling incompetence. This is my sister.
Oof.
Rough.
I told him I wasn't angry about the money specifically. I was angry about what it represented. A lifetime of being the kid they didn't worry about, which translated into being the kid they didn't invest in. He said he'd talk to my mom. Last night, my mom called. I thought maybe she'd apologize. Maybe my dad got through to her. Instead, she said I had upset your father by making him feel guilty and that I needed to let this go because it was ruining Elsa's celebration.
There it is. They're like, don't compare yourself. Don't bring this up.
Elsa's celebration, still not about me at all. I told my mom I needed some space, that I loved them, but I couldn't pretend this didn't hurt. She said I was being dramatic and holding a grudge over money, that she raised me better than this. I haven't responded. I don't know what to say. I don't even know if they raised you, man.
Crazy.
It sounded like you raised yourself.
Like you figured all of this out. And then she comes to you and has the audacity to say, you made your father feel guilty. Does she know what guilt means? It means that he knows he did something wrong.
It feels like OP got the fundamentals of being like an adult pretty relatively quickly.
Yeah.
But you can still support your child that understands those fundamentals in
yeah.
other ways.
Yeah.
And you have a great opportunity to do that. It sounds like you guys got another 45,000 Swedish kronor somewhere.
Yeah, let's use that.
I know you Swedish people got homes and Airbnbs out there. That's what Leon had. His parents run that. That's what he did.
Those are very different, Riley. Swiss and Swedish people are very different.
It's snowy where he is.
It snows in both of them, brother.
Oh, wait,
nice.
Switzerland and Sweden. Yeah, that's two different places, guys. Wait, what do you call Swedish people?
Swedish. Who do you call Swiss people? Swiss.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Wow. You learn something new every day, guys.
You really do.
Elsa texted me this morning.
She's probably like, stop trying to get them to take my money away.
She said, Mom told me you're upset about the money thing. I didn't ask them for it. They offered. It's not my fault they wanted to do something nice for me. She's right.
Shut up, girl.
She didn't ask, but she also didn't acknowledge that the discrepancy is real or that my feelings are valid. Just more, sorry you feel that way energy.
Sorry you don't like that I'm rich. She'd probably go to Japan too. Probably
I'm
like,
still going to Japan.
Nice. Yeah, I feel like Elsa's got to show up too and be like, well, I had the money too.
Yeah, I'm still proud of myself for saving that amount of money on my own. But something has shifted. I think I finally see my family clearly. And I don't know if I can unsee it. And you can see us on your favorite podcast platform with your ears.
I'm sorry. Did you just say, oh, you could with your
see
ears?
You can
You
see
can
it
see
with your ears. Yes, that's what ears do. They hear things.
You said see.
Yes, I know I said see. I have a segue. See a segue? You have to be
I
funny
see a
with it.
segue.
See.
Segue.
Anyways,
See
go to
segue.
Apple, iHeartRadio, or Spotify. Listen to us there. I don't care. Just go see it with your ears. We have a little bit more from OP. OP commented right after the post. Something my dad keeps echoing in my head is, you're the strong one. I've heard versions of that my whole life. You're so independent. You always figure it out. We never have to worry about you. I used to think this was a compliment. Now I realize it was just an excuse. We don't have to
Aw.
parent you.
Yeah,
That's what they're trying to
that's what it
say.
is. It's like, yeah, we don't have to like acknowledge you.
They're literally saying, we don't like you.
Yeah.
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 Vincent says, we know you can handle neglect better, which apparently is true.
A way to justify giving me less attention, less support, less money, less everything. I wasn't born strong. I became strong because I had no other choice.
Preach.
Mhm.
Because
Really?
every time I needed something, Elsa needed it more. Because I learned early that my problems were less important than hers. Wild, OP.
Dang, man.
Crazy story. But we all love a good golden child complex in a family.
Who's the golden child in your family?
I think Ryder. I used to be, but then I moved.
You lost the golden child.
Okay.
Sam.
Yeah, I had to
all
give it to
right.
him.
You know that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Sophia.
I don't think there is a golden child.
No, that's all.
Keon?
Come on. We know your dad's favorite.
I'm my dad's favorite.
True or false?
I don't think so.
I
don't
mean-
think, I don't think they have favorites.
They just say that.
They just say that. Vincent?
I kind of think it's me.
The fact that he's like, I kind of think
I
it's me.
kinda think it
it's
might
me.
be me. But we've got another story to read. Oh boy.
Guess what we got?
Yeah.
We got an r/OK storytime exclusive.
So I was excluded from my sister's wedding to watch the dogs.
Well, someone's got to do it.
Someone's going to let them out. Who? I, 34 female, and my sister, 36 female, have always had a difficult relationship. We were born 21 months apart. That's like double Irish twins, and fought so badly as kids. Typically sibling stuff mostly. I always looked up to my sister and kind of wanted to be just like her. By the way, this comes from a throwaway account on the r/OKstorytime subreddit. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to that subreddit. I'm Sam.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we do not have all the answers. Don't you dare think we do.
We don't.
We only know what we would do. So if you want to let us know what you would do, put your answers in the comments so we can read them.
Do.
Judge us. As OP says, I would be the typical annoying little sister
I've never been that.
who wanted to hang out with her and her friends whenever she had friends over. I actually
would do
like
that.
hanging out with Sophia.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah.
Ouch.
She didn't really want me around her friends,
Aw.
so things were always tense between us. She would pick on me at school in
What?
front of her friends.
Sophia, how dare you?
Yeah, so if
No.
anyone was picking on me, it was Sophia.
Sophia's like, I have a room, you don't,
Yeah.
and slams the
That's so
door.
rude.
Yeah, but in the same breath, defend me if anyone else joined in.
Classic.
She's
Classic.
like, no one can
Classic.
bully you but
Hey,
me.
Yeah.
that's my sibling.
Yeah.
Shut up about my brother. What did you say
What
about my brother?
That's not straight. That's my brother.
brother.
I can say what I want to my sister, but you can't say that, is basically what she would tell them. Even into our 20s, our relationship remained the same. Me just wanting to spend time with my sister and she resenting me for it. My parents always took her side. Yes, she is the golden child and can do no wrong in my parents' eyes. Both my sister and I have been married and divorced. We both, unfortunately, chose bad men to attach ourselves to and then had to escape. My sister got married not long after graduating high school. When she told me she was getting married, she asked me to be involved in the wedding.
Oh, that's
Involved in what
nice.
way? I want you to
Yeah.
be involved by walking out the door and never coming back.
I want you to be involved in the cleanup.
I want you to be involved in the wedding actually so much.
I
want you to be married to, I want you to marry this guy. He's such a bad
Oh,
guy.
man,
You
Mom.
be the beta test. They weren't having any bridesmaids or groomsmen. So she asked if I would help my parents decorate and take pictures. I gladly accepted and would do anything for her. No matter our difficult relationship, I've always and will always love my sister fiercely and would do anything for her. Her marriage ended and she met her now husband shortly thereafter. How shortly?
Yeah.
He is absolutely perfect for her.
Any overlap?
Yeah, that's the real question.
Mhm.
Any overlap?
How involved was he in the last wedding?
Ooh, I think it was right smack dab in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me projecting my own
Projecting.
thoughts
Oh, thoughts.
into this situation. Not myself. I'm not the meat in the middle. Actually, I have been the meat in the middle once.
What?
Not intentionally.
Okay.
I was unintentional meat in the middle.
Oh, man.
I could not ask for a better man to be with my sister. I love my brother-in-law dearly and love how great he treats her. At this point, our relationship was still pretty strained. I got hurt over and over again by her and my parents. She would come visit my parents while I still lived there, and it really hurts to see how differently they treated us. Several times, I would be in my room giving my sister and brother-in-law time with my parents, only to come out to find them getting ready to leave to go do something with my parents without
Aw.
even telling me or offering me to go,
That's so sad.
unincluded.
That'd be like if I went to Stranger Things finale without you and didn't even tell you.
That would be terrible.
That would be terrible.
That would be terrible, which apparently it's in theaters. We're going to go see it.
Yeah, we are.
If I asked where they were going and if I could go, everyone would be really mad at me and begrudgingly let me go with them.
Jeez, they do
It really
not
hurt
like
to see
you.
how unwanted I was during those times.
They don't like you. That's
I
crazy.
know, this is sad. When I left my ex-husband in 2020, I was really surprised that my sister was truly there for me. She understood what I was going through, having been through it herself, and genuinely just wanted to help. Ever since, our relationship has been great. We video chat almost every day and finally have that sister bond that I've been wanting all my life. On to the issue.
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
That wasn't the issue. This
This
is
is
the
the
issue.
issue.
My sister and my brother-in-law's wedding. That's the issue. I was still living with my parents at this time. My sister and brother-in-law had already gotten engaged, but didn't seem keen on the idea of getting married again. My brother-in-law has
How'd they get
also been
engaged?
married and divorced before, so it was a mutual decision between them. We were planning a family vacation to the beach that was supposed to include me, my parents, my sister, and brother-in-law. Nothing was reserved or paid for yet, but locations were picked and dates set. One night, my mom and sister were talking about the vacation, and my mom asked if she could throw a small wedding while at the beach for my sister and brother-in-law. They talked for a bit, and my sister and brother-in-law agreed. Wedding planning started right then. I had no clue this was going on.
Dang. They really don't like you. That's so
They
sad.
really don't like you. I had no clue this was going on. I got a message from my sister the next day telling me about the wedding. I was so excited for her. Her next message crushed me. Will you stay home and watch the dog?
Oh, man. What a punch in the stomach. Jeez.
Jesus.
It's like, oh my gosh, you're getting married. Yeah, and you're
You're going to look at the dogs. You're going to be married
You're
to
to-
the job
you're to be
looking
with
at
the
some
dogs.
dogs.
No,
I'm throwing you a bone here.
I am not looking after your dogs so you can get married without me there.
Yeah, no, this is, I think this is a little ridiculous, right? Like,
Ridiculous.
I mean, I think OP wants to share in all the love of her family,
Yeah.
and the family is consistently excluding her. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Terrible.
I told her that I really wanted to be there for her, and I didn't want to miss her wedding or the vacation. She got really mad. I walked out of my room to talk to my mom. When I opened my door, my mom shot me a passing glare from the couch. I tried to tell her I wanted to be there for my sister. I was crying, and I was devastated. My parents were livid with me. They called me selfish and unreasonable, asking how could I expect them to take all 3 dogs with us.
That's not even what OP's saying. OP's just saying, like, can we find someone else to watch these
There are
dogs?
dog sitters. In fact, not only are there dog sitters,
There's a website.
there's a website where you can list your home
Yeah.
for people to stay at your house for free and for them to mind your dogs for free.
Yeah.
It's called Dog Swap or
So
something.
you wouldn't even have had to pay.
Yeah. Like there's plenty of options here. My parents had 2 dogs, one very elderly, needing daily medication. Oh, those are kind of the dogs that need like
That's
anal
tough.
medication.
I looked after a really, really old dog that needed like 10 different medications.
Did you have to put it in the butt?
No,
No, okay.
No,
I feel like
in and
old
out.
dogs need like butt medication.
not
often.
this dog.
Not this dog.
But it would pee everywhere.
dude.
It would pee. I would constantly be stepping in like puddles of pee that I just
Probably
didn't
because
see.
you didn't administer the butt medication.
It was to the point where like every morning at 5, because I had to take care of that dog and 2 giant labs, and it was to the point where like I had to sleep with all of the dogs because otherwise they would bark. So like that dog slept on the bed, and I was told that I had to sleep on the bed, and in the morning it would wake me up at 5 in the morning to go out to the bathroom, and so I would wake up and literally like put the dog off the bed to go and take him outside, and he would just pee in the corner.
Well, so basically one is elderly needing daily medication. My sister had a dog that went into heat while we were gone with no supplies for her.
Dang, that's tough.
She probably knew it too.
Yeah.
So they wanted me to stay home with the 3 dogs alone for a week. Also, with my mental health, it's well known that I don't do well when I'm alone for long periods. I felt extremely pressured. With everyone so mad at me, I caved and stayed home.
No.
I cried that entire week. I never
No.
felt so unwanted in my own family. I just wanted to be there to help celebrate my sister and brother-in-law's love and marriage. I was absolutely crushed and no one cared. It's been, I think, 11 years since their wedding. Oh, wow. 11 years. My sister and I have not really spoken about this because I don't want to ruin the great relationship we have now, but this still weighs heavily on me. Anytime anyone brings up her wedding, I'm right back in those feelings of abandonment and depression. I don't know if I'll ever get past this. It just hurts so much. I love my sister so much, but it has never felt like the love is reciprocated. So what should I do? Should I have the tough conversation with my sister about how I feel about her wedding? Should I just try to let it go as it was 11 years ago and just enjoy the relationship I have now with my sister? What should I do?
You should talk.
And
to
there's
your
an update.
sister.
Man, I don't know. If you bring something from 11 years ago.
But she's still feeling it.
Oh, 100%. But I
She's
feel like
still- yeah.
the sister's going to not care at all.
Oh, she might not.
I
But
don't
I
know
think
if they have a good relationship now.
Yeah.
Maybe I think give your sister a chance
Yeah.
to care.
I think that like you are still feeling those emotions and still feeling that hurt. If you don't bring it up, you're gonna keep feeling it, and it's
Yeah.
gonna make your relationship that you have now worse in the long
And you are
run.
like, let's say it's all good on her side. The relationship is damaged on your side
Yeah.
if you're feeling this every
Yeah.
time it's brought up. So like, give her the chance to try to
Mhm.
make it right.
Yeah.
If it is eating, I mean, we don't know how the response is going to be, but if this has been eating away at you for 11
11
years,
years.
Yeah, 11
you got to
years.
get it off. You got to
I
take it off
agree.
and get this off your chest,
Yeah.
your back,
I
whatever. You got to
agree.
get this off.
Yeah,
because
you
that's
gotta-
bad.
Put that old dog to rest. Let
Yup.
sleeping dogs lie.
Well, no, wake
Isn't
this
that
dog
leave?
up.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's leaving the
Wake
dog
that
alone.
dog
Oh
up.
wait, yeah, that's the wrong.
That's
Yeah,
the
no,
complete
don't let that
opposite.
Well,
sleeping dog sleep. Wake him up.
I meant,
He's got to go.
I meant more like put the dog to rest as in like,
No.
yeah, it doesn't work. Doesn't
No.
work.
No.
Wake your dogs up.
Wake your dog up.
Don't let one dog sleep in this town.
No,
But
sir.
we got an update. I talked to my sister this morning. I told her how everything involving her wedding went down. From my point of view, I was crying the whole time. The more I spoke, the angrier she got. Not with me, but with our mom.
Did her mom lie? See, this is why you got to bring things up, not 11 years
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
This is a lesson because I think we're about to find out
Lesson
some
learned.
secret.
We're going to find out some dirty
Some
secret.
dirty secrets about those dogs that were sleeping.
Yep.
Ah.
Sleeping dogs that are about to be woken up.
And I think this is a lesson to always bring up those feelings of anger and resentment so that they don't fester.
Yep. A festering anger is a worse anger. That's what they say.
That's what they always say.
But you and I always say is
What?
that you can listen to full episodes with stories just like this. Go to iHeart, Apple Podcast, or the other, wherever you get your podcasts, and search OK Storytime because you can listen to full episodes just like this.
It's so true.
It's so good. My sister was told by our mother that I was already okay with staying home with the dogs, that I just needed to be officially asked. But wouldn't you want your sister to be there?
Wow. Yeah, I would have been like,
Regardless, I'm like, what? Let me talk to her.
honestly, yeah, no, I would have talked to her and said like, hey, I know you said that you're okay with, staying with the dogs, but I want you to be there.
Yeah, I call BS.
I call that too.
I call BS.
Ridiculous.
I think those sleeping dogs are still sleeping.
think those sleeping dogs are lying.
Yeah. Ooh, that they are. So she was never told that I was never okay with the idea. She said if it was a matter of not enough room for me, she would have booted out their friend to make room for me. She told me that no matter how our relationship was at the time, she absolutely did want me there. She said she was very disappointed with our mother. So now I'm stuck. I'm very glad I talked to my sister. I feel much better now, but my sister and I are left with a lot of questions that only our mother knows the answers to. Here we are, days away from Thanksgiving, where both my sister and I will be celebrating at my parents' house. There could be another update waiting for us
Uh-oh.
in our
where they confront.
in our /OK Storytime.
The best time to bring up family drama.
Yeah, we
Do-
could find out. Yeah,
do you
can
want-
we
I can
see?
check.
Keon, can you look?
I'll look right now.
I really want to bring it up after the Thanksgiving meal when it's just my parents, my fiance, myself, and my sister. But my sister is staying with my parents for a few days, so she wants me to wait. I totally understand. I don't want to put her in an uncomfortable situation with her parents. I am at least very glad that my sister understands how I feel and isn't happy about how this went down either. She is completely on my side about this, and that is enough for me for now.
And that's maybe the end of the story?
That's maybe the end of the story, unless
No update.
All right.
no update on r /OK Storytime.
Yeah.
But, OP, if you want
Yeah.
to submit the update, let
Please
us know.
do.
That'd be great. Yeah.
In-
Maybe they're working on it. Maybe they're still working
Yeah.
off the turkey.
You have until the end of the comments. Comments from the video. My fiance is furious that I'm asking to celebrate our marriage. And this was posted November 21st, 2025.
Okay, so we're reading some comments.
OP and her fiance argued about buying a house versus having a wedding. She
Mm.
just wanted a small way to celebrate signing the marriage papers, but he screamed at her, called her names, and refused therapy. After repeated fights and emotional abuse, OP moved out, documented everything, and ultimately broke up. She realized his anger and controlling behavior were toxic and staying wasn't safe for her.
That is crazy that you realize that on the precipice
Yeah.
of buying a house / getting married.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness you didn't do that.
And if you're curious to know the full story, you can go watch the full video. But we have some comments from that video.
Yes, we do. Well, you have a comment here by Steph is back. They say, OP, are you dating my ex?
Ah.
Your guy sounds exactly like my ex, which is why he's an ex.
I think a lot of exes sound similar.
Yeah.
Yep. Is this true? Something I saw was all bad relationships are bad in different ways, but all good relationships are good in the same way.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
Yeah, I would say so.
It
I mean,
sounded good,
obviously
though.
not like the specifics, but
Yeah.
like the same, you get someone who's generous and,
yeah.
and caring and spends time.
I think so.
You learn. It's a learning thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. We have another comment here by Abigail Oberhauser, 1420. For the first story, my husband and I got married for under $700.
What the heck?
Nice. I mean, I know people do some really cheap weddings.
I mean, also, you could
That's a-
just like,
You can just not do a wedding.
you could just, so, we've thrown a 100-person party.
Yeah.
You could just do that. and it was like what, $200?
You can tell everyone to bring something.
Yeah. You put a bunch of chairs in the backyard.
Nick,
I
you're
guess,
already
you could
offering
just
your
throw
place.
a potluck wedding.
Yeah.
You just
And
throw a
everyone
potluck
brings
wedding.
That's
food.
actually really fun. That's a cool
Yeah, if
idea.
you want a budget wedding, you just throw a potluck wedding and
Yeah.
get someone to officiate.
But
That's
yes.
like
Worked
your
really
friend.
well.
Abigail continues saying, I spent months looking and thrifted my dream vintage wedding dress for $25. Wow.
Dang, cool.
If you put your mind to it, I think
Yeah.
anyone could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
He wore a suit we thrifted over many years. My dad happened to fit a suit I thrifted back in high school. It was made for him. We got married in a local church that was absolutely beautiful for only $150.
$150. Dang.
You guys are savers.
You guys are savers.
Y'all know how to
Yes.
save.
Also, people like spend like tens of
Yeah,
thousands,
yeah.
if not,
not
Spend
more.
A
hundreds
lot
of
of money on
I know someone who
weddings.
spent $700,000 on their wedding and got divorced 6 months later.
That's
And that's, you know,
Crazy.
yeah, it's all for the
Ridiculous.
appeal.
Is
Wow.
that not
that
ridiculous?
is ridiculous.
That's
crazy.
ridiculous.
That sounds disgusting, actually.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting. You
That's
could put a
crazy.
down payment on like a really nice house
That's
for that.
insane.
And continuing there for Abigail, the only florals were made for my wedding bouquet. It was just direct family, and we went to a sushi place after to celebrate. Our family friend is a professional photographer and did our photos for free. It's also who you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so we can be married, have a small wedding, live together, build our finances, and save for a house and wedding, like Sam said.
House and
Mhm.
wedding.
House and wedding.
He's been saving for a down payment since before we were engaged, since we both come from poverty, and we want to break the cycle. We plan to have a proper wedding with relatives and friends once we have the separate savings built.
Break that poverty cycle.
Yeah.
Break it.
Bah, break it.
Break it.
Break it.
And we live in a rented house until work moves him out and his contract is up. The point is, there are always ways of doing what he wanted without being absurd.
Yeah.
He was weaponizing the situation. There are actual solutions. We plan all the above over many months and the wedding itself in 2 weeks. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you found out who this guy was.
I think
That
it
sounds good.
also, we've seen it in many stories that weddings bring out that type of person,
Yeah.
like the real person they
Mhm.
are, especially when high stress and everything.
Yeah, you want to go through a high stress situation with your, or like something that puts you in a high stress situation with a partner. I think.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
Like
going on a
having a
road
dog.
trip or having a dog.
And we have one last comment here by King Snorby. I love that.
Snorby.
I'd pick whichever would not put me in debt, lol. Yeah.
Fair.
Agreed.
But that's the end of those comments and the end of this episode.
Yeah. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
And see you tomorrow.